Muchísimas gracias, Joao, por esta... A mí me parece que es un concepto tremendamente rompedor, ¿no? Hablar de excelencia inclusiva. Porque, bueno, me parece que vamos a hablar aquí de cosas que ocurren, no son solamente palabras que utilizamos, jerga profesional, sino que esto se corresponde con unas realidades, ¿no? Lo interesante de precisamente esta temática es ver qué cosas ocurren y qué subyace en todas las cuestiones que hacemos en relación con la inclusión. Y esta mañana, precisamente, hablando con Joao, con Paolo en el desayuno, parece que hay una contradicción entre excelencia e inclusión. Cuando lo ha estado repitiendo Joao, que no existe, o sea, son dos términos que están entrelazados porque no existe excelencia si no hay inclusión, si no es de todos. Pero yo creo que a lo mejor un hándicap que tenemos, yo al menos lo tengo, es que muchas veces la palabra excelencia la vinculo con élite. Y esto hace que inclusión se contradiga, ¿no? Y yo me doy cuenta que hay que hacer un grandísimo trabajo todos en entender de verdad qué es excelencia y cómo, por lo tanto, la inclusión es imprescindible. Y en este sentido estoy encantada de dar paso al siguiente ponente porque me parece que va a ser una ayuda clarísima a cómo esta excelencia está totalmente vinculada a la inclusión y cómo se ha hecho realidad precisamente con un centro de excelencia, como acaba de presentar justamente la parte final de la presentación de Joao. Paolo Nardi, cuando quieras, muchísimas gracias por venir a estar con nosotros y presentarnos tu proyecto también. Muchas gracias.
¿Puedo pedir el control? Bueno, entonces, muchísimas gracias. Empiezo en español, pero sigo en inglés. Lo siento. Pero gracias por esta invitación. Gracias a María, al National EfVET Team. Muchísimas gracias al Gobierno Vasco y a Técnica, porque, bueno, es un gracias de verdad, porque estoy aprendiendo mucho. Ayer aprendí muchísimo sobre el tema de cómo se puede hacer excelencia e inclusión al mismo tiempo a nivel político, España, Gobierno Vasco y macro, y a nivel micro. Lo que hemos visto ayer con los ejemplos de los estudiantes al extranjero, así como a nivel didáctico, por ejemplo. Entonces, es algo posible. Estoy aprendiendo, entonces quiero dar las gracias y, dando las gracias, ofrecer algo, ofrecer una oportunidad. Hemos respuesto en el slide de Joao que inclusión, excelencia inclusiva, significa para la mayoría oportunidades. Entonces, quiero ofrecer una oportunidad de colaboración. Esto es el proyecto GIVE, Governance for Inclusive Vocational Excellence, un centro de excelencia que quiere hacer algo para toda la comunidad, involucrando todos los interesados, los stakeholders que trabajan cada día para la excelencia y la inclusión. Bueno, ahora I switch to English, pero empezamos con un vídeo que explica sintéticamente lo que es el proyecto GIVE. to make blossom the excellence which is in ourselves. But why is it important? If we think about the most relevant skills that companies require, we have here a list. I don't know if you can read it, but it's a list by the World Economic Forum, which is not the Bible. They can be wrong, but it's interesting. They have a good perspective. And when they talk about the skills needed in the job market, they talk about analytical thinking, active learning and learning strategies, complex problem solving, critical thinking and analysis. We need to make every person blossom, every person thrive, because human factors matters, because this is what they need to cope with life challenges. This is what people need, what young people need. Is it something real? Is it something already existing? Yes, we know. We have seen yesterday. It's possible. We have seen a lot of experiences yesterday, and in our consortium, we have many wonderful experiences, and two of them are from the Basque Country, Lantegi Batuak and Centro San Viator, who is going to, Alfredo and Noah, they are going to speak after me. So is it something possible, already existing? So basically, when we had this opportunity to apply for a Center of Excellence project, we decided with some of these centers in Italy, Cometa, in the Basque Country, Lantegi Batuak and Centro San Viator, in Finland and in Malta, we said, okay, we know that it's possible because we do it. We try to do it and we do it. We know that it's possible because there are other wonderful experiences in our countries and in Europe. But is it possible to make it possible for many others interested and wanting to learn how to do it? So this is the origin of the GIFT project. So basically we said, in order to make what João was saying in terms of inclusive excellence, in order to make it possible, it has to concern not only didactical practices, but also managerial practices, even political practices. We've seen yesterday the proposal by Jorge Arevalo and Lidia Berjoso from the Ministry of Education. We need to work at different levels, political, managerial, and didactical. So we have several examples. So what we want to do with this project, don't forget, I told you I want to offer you something, is to, first of all, to build a scientific framework. Because as Maria was saying, we don't believe that excellence can be inclusive, or that excellence and inclusion are together. But yes, is it like this? And we can show it in terms of impacts, in terms of approaches. So let's build a scientific framework. This is what we did. And then let's collect the practices that we are already developing in our consortium and try to explain them, how we do them. And third, we want to share with others. So instead of just saying, okay, this is my practice, this is 1,000 words, 1000 palabras, now, para ti, okay. No, the idea is, okay, we explain how we do it, and then we transform these practices, these best practices, into training material, so that we can go everywhere and train other trainers, managers, policymakers, what we do and how we do it, so that it can become transferable. So we create training material, we organize training courses, and we are now about to start the pilot of these training courses. And last action, but which already started because it's going in parallel, we want to activate a community of experts. where basically all the people interested, you basically, you told a lot of wonderful things yesterday. So why don't you join our community of experts, our platform of experts, in order to share what you do, how you do it, and ask questions or answer our question. So basically, this is the structure of the GIVE project. I told you about a scientific framework. Just few words about it, because already João mentioned a lot in terms of why excellence and inclusion are together. I think that yesterday one of the pillars that Jorge Arevalo was mentioning was realism. I think this is the main pillar for us. We need to start from reality, and reality means, in particular in education, but also in policymaking, I think it's very important. Realism means we need to start from what reality tells us. And reality tells us, think about your learners or your colleagues. Reality tells us that every person has different capabilities. Different capabilities in terms of, I mean, I don't talk just about disability, but different social capabilities, different personal capabilities, psychological, economic capabilities, even spiritual capabilities. Yesterday the workshop was, my God, wonderful. So different capabilities, but we have one goal, and this is what we think is inclusive excellence. We need to look at the integral human development of every person. This is excellence. It's not just a bachelor or a PhD at Harvard, because you can be excellent if you discover what is your value and let your value thrive. So we need to get the integral human development to activate what technically we can call agency, the ability to act, to move, to face life challenges. But we start from different capabilities. So our work is to make possible, empower those capabilities in order to activate the agency of the people. How we do that empowerment? Through training, through coaching, through personal educational support. Is it a theory? Again, no, it's not just a theory. It's something concrete. It's an experience. Yesterday we had some wonderful examples. I share with you just a couple if we have time. And one is from a very close organization, Lantegi Batuak, here in Bilbao, about inclusive training in the work environment, which is very interesting.
Es increíble la suerte que tengo, aunque el equipo de Lantegi Batuak siempre me ha dicho que no es cuestión de suerte, que soy 100% capaz y que tengo que creer en mí misma. La verdad es que no veía nada claro en la formación de gran escuela, pero con su apoyo he logrado tener un gran futuro.
La Escola es un proyecto de Lantegi Batuak que busca la inclusión y la mejora de la empleabilidad de las personas con discapacidad.
Pero personalizando el itinerario de cada individuo, porque cada uno parte de una situación y cada uno es un mundo.
En la Escola nos adaptamos de forma rápida y solvente a los cambios de situación. Son más de 35 años formando a personas con discapacidad, superando crisis económicas y barreras de todo tipo. Y ahora hemos sido capaces de diseñar centros de formación adaptada en la que impartimos formación certificada en limpieza, mecanizado, electrónica, digitalización o administración.
Cuando se puede, hacemos formación presencial, pero si no es posible, lo hacemos online, tutorizando de forma virtual todos los procesos. Siempre a vuestro lado, a vuestro ritmo, porque sois protagonistas, sois importantes.
Ya no es solo la formación adaptada, accesible y de calidad que reciben nuestros hijos e hijas, sino las oportunidades laborales y de desarrollo que les brindan y las experiencias que viven. Se van a hacer prácticas internacionales, hacen nuevas amistades, consiguen un empleo y además no les tenemos todo el día en casa sino cerca.
Con un equipo humano y profesional detrás que es una pasada, que nos aportan tranquilidad, seguridad y confianza.
This is an interesting example here in the Basque Country of training for people with disability in the work environment. So let's not forget that training, vocational training, is not just vocational training center, but also companies. And it's important they are involved. As well as great examples of personal support. And this is an example with migrants developed by Cometa, which is the training center where I used to work until a few weeks ago. Wonderful center. The importance of beauty and care of the environments where we are. Beauty has a crucial role in the personal development of people. We talked about pedagogical practices, but also, I said, governance practices. And again, I think, as Joao was saying, the Basque system is a very interesting system where all the main players are involved together to get the same goal. So the vet community, companies, policymakers, the academy, the research, as well as development agencies. All together, we need to work together in order to get a real, effective, inclusive excellence. Now, I explained what is the GIVE project. Now I'm going quickly to give you, as I promised it, some opportunities of collaboration. I told you that we collected the practices at different levels. We created guidelines, and you will have the presentation. In any case, you may go on the website and download those practices where we explain what we do and how we do in terms of training practices, educational practices, and practices related to the transition to work and integration in the work environment. How are these practices? This is just an example. But I decided to choose this example because it is interesting. We need to work on the school culture. In terms of fostering inclusion, it means that we need to develop a mindset of inclusion. So a school culture. So, for instance, when we talk about school culture, the practice will have a short description of what is the practice and a short description in terms of who is going to do this practice, the beneficiaries, the functions, the goals, and the output. And then a list of all the phases and the activities with, I hope, a clear description. So in order to work on the school culture, you need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, based on the experience of Cometa. And for 1, 2, 3, and 4, for every phase, we suggest to do activity 1, activity B, activity C, activity D. And finally, the resources that you need. This is just to give you an idea, if you are interested in that practice, how to work, how to deal with it. Then, as mentioned, now we are transforming all these practices into training courses. So they will be available for everybody interested to contact us and saying, okay, I'm interested in this school culture. Can you train my tutors? Can you train my teachers? Or can we exchange ideas on it? How we can develop together something new for our staff in order to make our schools a more excellent and inclusive center. How to stay in touch? I hope this is a beginning. We activated a community of experts. We thought, okay, I thought basically, we have 1,000 platforms and we receive 2,000 newsletters every day, including maybe one of our project GIF. So I said, why don't we activate just a very simple platform on LinkedIn, where you just may go there because we go on LinkedIn and you may find other people, and at this QR code you have the access, you may ask to enter the community of experts, and you have there other people like us, like you, dealing with inclusion, asking questions, giving answers, in order to work together. This is basically the aim of a center of excellence. So, if you really want to rethink with us the importance of the human factor, join us. Stay in touch, email me, email us, contact us on the community of experts on LinkedIn or on the other social media that we have. Because basically, as we were saying during that conference that João was mentioning, we want to activate an agora, a community, where everybody has a voice, everybody can ask questions, everybody can get answers, because together, I think we can really make a difference. All of us, as we put on this postcard, and I have some for you, we know that every person is unique. Yesterday, the workshop was wonderful to understand. The guy said, tú eres un milagro. Esto es verdad. Nosotros somos un milagro, somos únicos. El ejemplo fue, mira a la fingerprint que tenéis. No hay nadie como la tuya. Entonces, we are unique. And every learner we have is unique, notwithstanding the capabilities they have. So we have a great challenge. We have to empower those capabilities to make every person thrive. So please, stay in touch. Next time we will be speaking about our practices and our experience at the community of practice of the Centers of Vocational Excellence, who are organizing a forum in Amsterdam end of September, but please stay in touch with all our social media. We really can make a difference together. So thank you very much.